Ships from Dubai and Pakistan are arriving with merchandise to be sold in Somalia as peace grows and normalcy returns following the expulsion of the Islamic militant group Al-Shabaab. Shipping traffic on the sea has increased and employment opportunities are on the rise for Somalis who work at the port as casual laborers.
There is a big difference between this year and last year. All our trucks were in the garages and there were hardly any ships at sea. We used to come to the port to look for work, but there was nothing. Now there are many ships here. The port is full and others have been waiting for days at sea, waiting to dock.
Years of war have taken its toll on the port. Facilities are inadequate and ships have to spend days offloading their cargo, while others wait at sea for their turn. The port has seen an increase in the number of cargo ships it handles. Up to 35 vessels per month now dock at the facility, providing the government with the much-needed revenue that it can use to rebuild the nation's basic infrastructure.
We are on continuous run on this ship to first from Dubai to Mogadishu. Then this time I'm coming from Pakistan bringing sugar to Mogadishu. And before, this ship was doing about the last 16 months continuous regular run, bringing different cargo, general cargo, vehicles, everything to this port.
Hope is rising in Somalia after the African Union peacekeepers, with the support of the United Nations, seized control of Mogadishu and other parts of the country that were formerly Al-Shabaab strongholds. Now thousands of Somalis are returning home and business in the capital is on the rise. Earlier this month, the United Nations Security Council unanimously extended the mandate of the African Union Mission in Somalia, or AMISOM, for a limited period of 4 months.
The Security Council has just adopted the resolution 2073 on Somalia, but unfortunately what has happened is just a 4 months extension. We would have expected that it would have been a full year resolution, but because of disagreements on a number of key issues, I'll explain to you 2 to 3 of these issues. One of the issues in particular relates to the maritime component. The African Union had made a specific request that the UN special support package be extended to cover the maritime component.
The 4 months extension fell short of the expectations of Somali Ambassador Elm Ahmed Daule, who told the Security Council that his government had hoped the extension would be much longer.
I hope the Security Council will not limit itself to the 3 months of approval or extension, but we were hoping that it will be for 1 year minimum, with all the support required for AMISOM and also the Somali national security forces, so that they can, in due course, take over the responsibilities of security, stabilization, and stability within the country.
Until last year, most of Mogadishu was for several years driven by a fluid front line dividing the two sides: Al-Shabaab fighters and local government troops, with the latter supported by AMISOM. Since Al-Shabaab withdrew from the capital in 2012, the front lines have been pushed back to neighboring areas. In late September, Al-Shabaab insurgents withdrew from the port of Kismayo, their last remaining stronghold, but the militant group still controls parts of the country's southern central areas. Paul Ndiho, VOA News.